Greetings, prospectors. Oh yeah, that's updated, that's fine. Taku, we're ready for you, ma'am. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's just me at the minute. Taku is going to be with me, hopefully, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, he's not coming. No, he will be here in a second. But I just thought I'd get things kicked off by saying hello to everybody. How is everybody? Welcome to the stream. Who have we got? We have a couple people in the YouTube chat and Pol Rock, Sebi, Jodo, in the Twitch chat. We have a TerraTech player from Thailand whose username I'm not even going to. I literally can't even try and pronounce that username. But welcome to the stream. Come on, Taku, hurry up. Where are you? I need the message. But as you can see, today's stream we are going to be looking at the. I've got it right every time. Looking at my right hand is pointing upwards. That means I didn't use my left hand, which is really stupid. Anyway, yeah. So today's stream we're going to be looking at the Fortress Challenge. We're going to be continuing that, as well as some lovely bits of new stuff that we're going to be adding to TerraTech, and which is why Taku needs to be here, and why this is getting a bit awkward. Me just chatting on my own. I won't be here for long, but wanted to at least stop by. Well, thanks for stopping by, Sebi. Hopefully you can stay long enough to see some of the cool stuff. Let's see what we have there. News. So news. No major bits of news, really. What was I got to share? There's a known issue. There's an issue that came up on the Steam forum. If anyone frequents the Steam forum, the TerraTech Steam forums, there's an issue with Better Future Hover training missions. Sometimes it can cause a crash. We are aware, and we're going to be fixing that in a future update. So we apologise for any inconvenience that may cause. Seriously, Taku, hurry up! What's going on? I'm going to message him on Slack. Slack open. Ready. When you are. Literally, the funny thing is, Taku sits about 2 meters that way. Behind the door, there's a door there. I would show you, but it's not really worth it. Anyway, so yeah, so there's issues. There's an issue with that. We have the next. We are on the way to releasing the next Unstable, which is what we're going to show bits of today, which I'm really excited to show everybody because this is one of the main sort of features that has been requested in TerraTech since as long as I can remember, and we're finally doing it. Here he is. Well, grab a chair. What about that chair? Can you fit?
Small dude, so I can't.
There he is. Look, it's Taku, everybody.
Hi guys.
So say hello to Taku. Be nice. Not that they're not nice. Lovely. Welcome. There you go. Lovely. Okay, cool. So what we're doing, I was just going to give I was waffling or filling space, because let's be honest, you've got your filling space.
Yeah, for you guys.
Can you do that a little bit more? Yeah, that's it. That is good, man.
I'm trying to grow my better stuff.
Capture it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've all been. You power through it and you turn into this thing, which this is beard tech.
That took me like a couple of weeks, right?
Music's too loud, man. Oh god, sorry everybody. Turn that down a bit. Everybody to talk up a bit.
Oh cool.
Yeah,
Sorry guys.
This mic's really rubbish.
Hey guys.
Sebi, I don't know. Taku has been on stream.
I've been here before. Yeah.
Half of the time.
Yeah.
You're like a pro by now.
This is my second time.
Is it? Oh,
yeah, second time. Yeah.
So it's not quite new. Animation City on the YouTube. Hi Matt. How's it going, Animation City? Say hello to you. Reiki Research Battle Theme for music on the stream. Is that what that is? Could be. I'm not sure. Anyway, right. So the main reason Taku is here is because we're going to show off. Hey, look, this way stream deck, right? I want to switch my scene. I'm going to hit that. Oh.
What?
Oh, you're not in the stream.
I'm not in the stream.
I've deleted Taku. It's fine. Ah. Let's do this. There you go. You're back. Yeah. So let's just get straight into it. So there's a couple of things. Well, there's one main feature that's sort of supplemented by a couple of really cool little bits. we'll come into that in a minute. Once we've done this section of showing all the cool new stuff, we're going to go into the Fortress Challenge, and then I will leave you because I have other things to do in my life. And I mean that in the nicest way. Well, first up is, right, let's see, can we see this button down here, everybody? What do we think, let's just what do we think this button might do? If I press this button, what might this button do? If anyone can see that. It's quite small. When will new update come? Mini map, not just a mini map. Oh, well. I'm going to hit this now, so, bosh. World map, everybody, it's here. It's finally here. There's a world map which you can zoom in and you get a nice little scaling ratio thing down there. I think that's what that is, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Nice, and you can zoom out all the way to 5K. You can move your map around. Now obviously this is only sort of showing the area that I'm in, so let's just go into a bit more detail about how mappy exactly. Finally, yeah, everyone's really hyped for a map. I told you it was going to happen. Everybody, don't believe me. So I'm gonna. Well, actually, Taku, you talk a little bit about the work. What have you got to say about the minimap? Because you did a lot of work on this.
So yeah, the world map is something that the community have been asking for, and obviously it's here. In regards with when we add new features in the game, we always think about how can we create something that that the players will utilize and have a lot of fun with, right? So it's essentially the map's there, and what you do with the map, you got everywhere you explore right throughout the world, you fill out so you can kind of remember like, oh, I've been at this place before, I can return because I've filled out this place in the map. So if you could just travel throughout the world just to showcase them.
Yeah, let's have a little travel. Let's move. I'll tell you what, let's move to the next trading station because there's some interesting stuff happening at the trading station too. I'm moving along, and you can see it's sort of pulling out the world map.
Yeah. Yeah, so one of the cool things we've kind of designed now, with the map being a key component of the game, is allowing every cab to have the ability to map out the world, right? So players will start off by it's the first cab they get, they'll be able to map out throughout the world and see where they've been before and where they hadn't been. So yeah, and obviously so
the trading station's had a bit of. I'll look at this in a second because there's something quite awesome with this. We've added a really cool new feature to this, which I'm going to show in a second. First up, before we sort of go to that, but you can see. So I've been exploring a little bit. You can see the path that I've made. It just sort of, the fog of. It's called fog of war, isn't it? It's not really. It's not like it's an RTS game or anything, but you get the point. You discover it and it clears it in your map, which is a pretty well trodden trope by this point. However, what is really neat and what is really fun is these two new blocks that we're adding, which is the mini-map radar. So I'm going to pop that down now, and the surveying radar. So I'm not going to put it on just yet. So as you can see, my mini-map radar. Is it zooming in?
Is it zooming?
Oh, it is zooming in. I can't really see it.
You'd have to.
And also, you can't see it. But
Yeah. So
let's do this. Let's do this. Hang on. Ah. Right, we're going to go up here so you can all see the mini map, right? So you can see I'm zooming in and out on that mini map. Okay, that is happening.
So one of the cool things with the mini map is it actually visualizes the terrain that you've been traveling to. So as you can see, there's a small green U there, which this map is the only radar is the only radar that does this out of all the radars previously seen. So let's say you've traveled this whole area and show up as the terrain is over there, and obviously you can zoom in and zoom out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for the zoom out. No,
it's cool.
Dude, this is really cool. This is like, I think when players ask for things like mini maps and all this not nonsense, all that extra stuff, I think literally all they want is just a map. The fact that we're adding new blocks and new ways that you can play around with the map is multi-way. So that's the mini-map radar. Then there is the surveying radar. So how is this different from the mini? Is it just bigger?
Yeah, but I would almost not show them let's not show them the surveying radar. Yeah.
Oh.
So let's do that cool thing with the trading
Shall
station.
we do the really cool thing with the training station?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I hope there's a reason why we're not showing the surveying radar. You ready? So here we go. So I'm going to move this back down so we can see it in all its glory. But you ready? So you're going to see a really cool animation and then something really fun is going to happen.
So you.
Yay!
Yeah.
Bugs, it crashes! Woo! Let's get an F in chat, everybody. We love a good F in chat. Yeah, so that's a bit of a bug at the minute. But you get the gist. You kind of saw what happened with the mini-map. Well, not the mini-map, the world map. Basically, when you hit a trading station, it gives you a... What do we call it? What are we calling it?
I call it the unveiling of the unveiling, yeah.
Of the fog of war.
The fog of war, yeah. So yeah, with the trading station, we want to allow players to be able to map out, a large portion of the world. So trading stations are going to be a very integral part in filling out the fog of war in the world. So yeah, make sure when you guys get your hands on this, is make sure you basically visit every trading station and map out areas.
It's basically kind of gamifying the whole mini map thing, right?
Yeah,
it's like we're not just giving you a tool that you can, that you can automatically see the whole world with. Like this is a, something that makes it a bit more fun, a bit more interactive than just.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks to some random. It's a great name on YouTube, by the way. Thanks some random person on YouTube. Great job making the game as it is today. I mean. I'm not. Well, I'm taking a little bit of credit, but it's mainly this guy and a whole host of coders and programmers, and then we even have a sound designer.
Yeah. No.
Taku, we're moving up.
Yeah, we're moving up in the world.
We have sound design.
Yeah.
Cool. So what did you want to show, or did you just not want to show the?
Yeah. So I wanted to show before. So one of the cool things, with exploration. So with the world map, one of the things we're looking at is, trying to tie. Make it a very meaty part of the game, right? So these blocks are the first part of that, of us exploring what we do with exploration and traveling throughout the world. So as you progress in the game, like you might not want to visit every trading station, right? So we want to give players, we want them to feel like, okay, now I've maxed out my venture corp, right? What do I get in the end to help me with exploration, right? So now comes in the surveying radar, right? So the surveying radar allows you to basically map out large portions actively, right? But it's a block that you get down the line in the game, right? So one of the reasons why we included it in Venture was that Venture, like this corporation that goes, they've got really fast techs, they go around scouting areas, so they should have the ability or have a block that allows them to do so, right? So now you don't need to go to a training station to map out this area, right? You can do it with this really rare block, right? So that's what we're trying to do. So this is like the first part of us expanding exploration in TerraTech.
Lovely. Yeah. There you go. So as you can see now, I've removed the block. Therefore, I'm not getting the same level of spread, for lack of a better word, on the map, on the mini map.
Yeah.
So we'll just go back to a nice thin line. So that's what the surveillance block does. That is awesome. So you can see there's 4 main bits for the world, for this map feature that we've added. So there's the world map, which you can access here, which gives you your OV, you can zoom out, you can zoom in. And there's fog of war. I can't even probably should think of a better word for fog of war, but yeah, there's the fog of war, and you can clear the fog of war by exploring. You can find trading stations, which will clear it. There's also the surveillance radar that will do the same thing, just on a smaller scale. Thumbs up, everybody. Give them a thumbs up. That's awesome. So there you go. That's the mini map, or the map, world map.
Yeah, looking forward to you guys getting your hands on it, and obviously any feedback you guys have, any cool stuff that you'd like to see, let us know. It's still early days, and we want to make really cool stuff and enticing stuff that you guys have a lot of fun with.
Absolutely. So this will be out in the next Unstable, which a couple of weeks away, not even, maybe a week or two. I actually don't know. It's really not far. As you can see, there is a few bugs for us to fix first, namely the crashing of the minimap when you go into the trading station. In theory, we could show this off in a co-op campaign game, but trying to load into a co-op campaign game now and get it all working will just take too long. So we're not going to do that. But you get the idea. You hit a trading station and you see a nice revealing effect in the top of the wall. I'm not going to do it again. I was going to do it again, but I'm not because I don't want to reload the game. Awesome sauce. Right, so next up. Is that everything? Is there anything else you want to cover off on the world map?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, just looking forward to the community getting their hands on it, feedback, what cool stuff they'd like to see with exploration in TerraTech regarding the world map would be nice to hear, thanks for playing the game. Yes, I'm really bad at doing all
this. Is all good, man. All good. If you have got based on the very limited sort of stuff that I'm just showing you there, if you have got any ideas about what you'd like us to do with world maps and all that stuff, we do have a suggestions channel which I'm frantically trying to find out. I'm actually already doing that. We have a Discord channel which is dedicated to suggestions. I've just shared it in Twitch. I won't share it in everywhere, but I'll share it in YouTube as well. So there's the link to our Discord server where you can add suggestions and ideas about the mini map. We are actively sort of looking at these suggestions and all these ideas, and we will definitely look at implementing and adding something better. So yeah, go check that out. Cool. Right, let's. Enough of the mini map shenanigans. You've seen that. You can all play with that later. What we're all here for, and what the most important thing is the Fortress Challenge. So let's load into this. We're going to continue the Fortress Challenge. I need to load in some text. Not that one. I can't remember the last one we got up to. This one. Did we do Harpo? No, I don't think it was 5 Harpo. Okay, right. So the. No, this isn't the right save. Okay, so let's load a different one. Let's load this one. Oh no, this is where I find out I haven't got the right game saved on my profile. That would be good. What's going on? Was it a creative game? I'm sure it was a game. Maybe. Oh, I'm going to check creative. I seem to have lost the game save with all the. Is it this one?
Let's see.
No, not that one. I think it was this one. Right. Yes, this is the one. Nice. Okay, so let's get this loaded in. So next up is Harpo. Or first up is Harpo. Can't actually see a snapshot. I'm hoping this is a snapshot. So if I download this, snapshot's all. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
And we also need to load in Tui. Okay, so let's do the first job of well actually let's do this first. Yes. So let's recap what the premise of the Fortress Challenge is or was. So I set everybody the challenge of building a lovely fortress using the new fortress blocks. Not so new anymore. It's been a minute. Yeah, so the challenge to build a fortress, I added an arbitrary rule that it had to have a Fatui to be able to drive up it, so we could use the new ramps. Let's just see if that is true here. It is, so that's good. So this houses the Fatui, and then I'm going to switch to the thing and hit X. Okay, there's no multi-stage explosive bolts or anything. That is good. I can't remember what the cheat mode is. Last Django. Chat, talk amongst yourselves. Or Taku, you talk.
So yeah, they can. Yeah, any questions towards me would be really nice. Not nice. Questions nice.
It would be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
Any questions anyone has regarding the minimap, fire them away in the chat. I'm happy to answer.
What? Sorry, what was it? Okay. We should head back to Django soon. But let's take a look at this fort first, shall we? So we have. Well, it's quite small, and by their own admission, this is quite a small fortress. So this is Harpo 99999 on the forums, and they say I offer a small fortress that has been tested in the arena for hours. Silly name of 3040. That is not a silly name. That is comedy gold. And a screen unit in battle in the arena. Oh, okay, cool. So you've got it to the battle arena. Okay, cool. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a small fort tech. It houses a Fatui. We should really call it Fatui. We should call it like, what did we call it? Okay.
I call it Fatui.
We call it Fatui. We should, because that's like a real like
That's like a
game
Debbie
devy name.
thing,
Yeah, Fatui. Tony, I think he's called. We call him to the Big Tony.
Big Tony,
yeah. Yeah, using the format of just slapping a load of port blocks down with a load of artillery, so miniguns. There was also a rule that it had to be less than 3 million block bucks. So let's just see what that is. Let's just see. So this is this is well over 3 million.
3.6. It's an expensive
We
one.
technically shouldn't have that. This is not in the rules. I'm sure it was 3 million. Oops. I'm sure it was 3 million. Let's double check. Yeah, 3 million block box per set. Okay, so maybe we'll try it anyway. Shamani's saying to play it anyway, and Shamani's usually right. So I'm going to Django to let me know what the cheat code is, and then we can. I'm sure it was like. Okay, let me just. Beautiful. Actually, I need to pause the music 1 second, everybody's talking here. That's it. Oh, that might work.
Yeah,
I think that
head
worked.
will ring.
Oh, beautiful, right. So we can now set all these guys to bad guys, so they're not going to attack each other because I did a cheeky code. Right.
Okay.
So if we hit pause and I do the same. Oops. Beautiful, right. Let's get the music back on. We know that's the thing. So as soon as I hit unpause, game will burst into life. Enemies will start attacking from everywhere, and the challenge will be underway. Soviet Curry on YouTube says great design against light arm tech, but I think it wouldn't last against heavy arm techs. Let's put that to the point. So there's a range of enemy techs in this. Let's just see what happens. Okay, they're all descending on us nicely. So the two is in the fort. The challenge is if the two dies, or if we all die, then the challenge is over. But technically this is over 3 million block bucks anyway, so this is technically invalid. So Harpo will not be getting the glorious accolade of getting So the so basically, if you defeat the challenge, if you sufficiently survive this wave of enemy attacks, you get a unique role which gives you access to the challenge Hall of Fame. I know you could all be amazed by the prizes. But as this doesn't technically adhere to the rules, I feel like it's out there. This is like a little bonus. This is like a full half a mil over what budget allowance. How's the two? Big Tony is 5. We've got FCUs as well that are sucking all the loot blocks. Which is quite nice. There was one challenge using magnets. It's like we go to fix the magnets to cover these blocks. These blocks actually make it harder. It's quite nice.
That's really cool.
Oh, hang on, they're breaching. So this is obviously going to win. There's too much firepower. Normally techs are moving in from a distance, not spawning in close and yeah, that's a good point, Sticks. I should say. I'll stop the action. There we go. You get the idea. It's pretty much.
Oh, yeah, this one. Well, so this was what
3.6. 0.6 of a mil over the limit. It's over. Right. So, kudos to who was it?
It's like 40.
34. 40 was the name. Harpo is the user that submitted it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. So next up we have. Who's the user?
This is Umbra Draco 42.
I don't say I recognise the name. Yeah. Let's get this over here.
Let's see how much he.
Okay, so how much is this one? Okay, nice.
Yeah, that's right on the money.
Right. So in the middle. Okay, this is interesting. So they've added some extra kind of bumpers. A ramp is here, so this is the entrance into the fort. So I can try to do it up here now. Oh, this is
really good, Jay.
Really nice use of the skin as well. Wow, this is awesome. So what they've done is they've added an extra little. I can just hide my big Tony around the side. They've gone for the whatever these batteries are called. I can never remember. Come on, it's not right. Good stuff. I love it when the plan comes together. But these are the batteries that aren't volatile. So these are the batteries that don't explode, which is what you want in a case like this. Because that could be
disastrous.
Disastrous. Oh, Styx has a really good idea. Maybe have an opposite challenge. Make techs to defeat the winning four.
That's a good one. That's good, yeah.
Do you know what? I might even get.
So I'm guessing it would have to be one. Can't be one big tech surely, or is it like another big one?
What we could do is get the whole office, build one tech per person,
and see who.
And then spawn them all in.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
So we can see if it's studio versus community.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Right, so for 2 years in place, let's take a quick look around just so we get a lay of the land. So you've got missile silos. We have cannon. We have ship cannon things. Lasers, nicely placed lasers. I like those. Another laser there. More cannons. More lasers.
I like the exterior and interior design.
Yeah. It's got a nice feel to it.
Yeah, I'd live there.
I would live there. Can we live together?
Yeah, sure. I mean, as long as your wife doesn't mind you living with me.
It's 2022, maybe. It's the modern world we're living in. Wicked. Right. Shall we see how it gets on? Yes, man. Let's do that. Cool. Right. So I'm going to do the same trick again. So that's should be able to do it without the music, but we'll see everyone. Okay, pause. Yeah, I heard that. If I okay, right. So let's just turn all these guys into enemies. So you can make it. Beautiful, right, and then we go. It did not work. That worked? It did not. What was it again? Caps lock is off. How do I set them to? Well, actually, no. This is I'm control left clicking. No, T left click. That's it. So on PC, if you're on the PC version, you hold T and you left click, and it sets them. That's a feature that was in the game, that we removed from the game, and then we re-added back into the game because I don't know quite why we removed it in the first place. If you hold T, plus left click, it sets into enemy quite quickly. Right, let's just pause that. That's getting on my nerves. Why don't you like it? What did Dan say it was? I got it right. I'm sure I did. Yeah. Did it right? Okay, I heard that time.
Yeah.
Too loud. You shut up. Here we go. Right. So when I hit resume, the game's going to go crazy, and I'm just going to hold spacebar and shoot anything that comes near me. Woo! The laser's doing bits. Let's shoot this guy over there. Can you do some again? But these extra barriers, these extra boundaries they put around the side, stopping us from getting in melee range. So these big guys can't use their sword. Okay, and what else can we see? Missiles damage doing their little lasers running nice bit of consistent damage, even though they're non-directional. Look at that. Oh, they are directional.
They can be using the side of the flavor right there at the bottom. Yeah, so it's rotating around.
Nice range of motion. No, that's nice. Yes, they're quite in a nice position. So that gets a lot of use. These, what are they called? Live box lasers. That's actually one of the quickest clears I think we've had.
Yeah.
It's clearly quicker than a
the other one.
Million, yeah, a million. Money is everything. Money doesn't buy you fire back and happiness.
Yeah.
It does solve a lot of problems though, I've noticed.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like.
Don't have to worry about paying your bills.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not get philosophical. Turn down game sound. Is the game sound too loud? I do. Oh, yeah, that is loud. Right, let's tell you. Not too far down because we don't want it too. Right, cool. Yeah, that is a cool design. Excellent design. Absolutely spot on.
So you said that's the fastest.
Yeah,
design, right?
That ripped them apart.
So Umbra.
What are they called?
Umbra Draco 42.
You get a thumbs up. And a round of applause. Look at that. Don't worry, Umbra. You will be getting a special role put on your Discord. If you join the Discord server, we'll give you a special role, and you can. What time is it? We've got loads of time. We're not even halfway through. My goodness,
that's crazy.
Yeah, GKJ with the craziness. So next up we have Pol Rock. Interesting name. Yeah, this is a Steam Workshop submission. So let's reload the arena. We can take on that.
I've still got loads of work to do. But
Taku's got loads of work. So I have to mute just quickly because I think just confirm that Taku was okay to stay.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm probably gonna jet off.
Oh, you're gonna shoot? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. It was nice anyways sitting in here. And obviously, mini-map stuff's coming soon. Yeah, looking forward to the feedback that the community has, and obviously any ideas, yeah, jot them down and put them in the Discord and stuff. So yeah.
Nice plug. I like it.
All
Right,
right,
cool,
guys.
chat. Say thank you to Taku. They will say
Oh,
goodbye.
cool. Thanks, guys.
Cheers,
See ya.
dude.
Bye, guys.
Catch you on the flip.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear I get out. Yeah, it's really awkward. I need to.
I'm going to have a tiny breath.
Yeah, I'm gonna struggle. Actually, I'll be back. Right, cool. Cheers, dude. Oh, there you go, Taku. What a hero. What a hero. Cool. Right, let's just go take a look at this then. So we have the not the final. We have a submission from Pol Rock. So let's just see if I can do the. Let's do this first. Let's see if I can do the initial challenge of putting Big Tony on here. I like this design. I like this design of adding an extra wall. That means your enemies don't have a direct line of sight through the front door. That's very clever. Drop down door. Okay, so it's got a drop down door. So let's take a look at this. This has got a drop down door. So there are some explosive bolts, I'm assuming. Yeah, I can see one there. So this is going to drop down into place. So we are. I think we're ready. Let me take a quick look around. So I do like to see these. How much effort has gone into these. Lots of shotguns on the top. Lots of cannons. Lots of rescue research cannons. All the old EXP cannons. Okay, so those poppers are going to push the door down and keep it shut. That's good thinking. I like that a lot. More lasers, more bumper things. I can't remember what these are called. And then indoors, just loads of batteries and solar panels to keep all of the shield and repair bubbles powered and going. This is looking good. Do you know what I'm really impressed with? This is exactly what I had in mind. When I set this challenge, I wanted techs that look like this, and this is exactly what we've got. So let's close the door. Let's close the door. Let's see what happens. Bosh. Oh. Is there another? Do I close it again? I please hope I do it again. Oh. No, it's just stuck. Can I wiggle it around a bit? Why isn't it closing? Does anyone know why it doesn't close properly? What are we missing? What am I missing here? Are you stuck? Shouldn't be stuck. Huh. Weird. It should drop after a bit. Okay. Carry on. I will carry on. Good stuff. Right, so let's I've not even started playing the music again. Oh, it is playing. Cool. Right. Let me do this. Did that work? Nope, it didn't work. Here we go. Right, that worked that time. I could feel it. There we go. Right. So we just set everyone to enemies. The reason that they're not attacking anybody is because I do have a cheeky cheat code that sets the enemies to being idle. Just while I do all this, this comes in really handy for things like now. Let's go and let's just get rid of you. There you go. The door's still not closing. That's making me... Well, I'm not that worried. I feel like this will be fine. How much does this cost, actually? Let's see. Let's see the cost of this tech. 2.7. Well within reach. Well within the constraints. So this should be fine. Right, let's do this. Here we go. Right, let's rumble. Woo! Oh, no. I'm doing the wrong thing. I was still controlling the door. Come here. Right, and then there's more around here. Yeah, nice. So I'm basically what I'm trying to do is tag as many of the big bad guys as I can, so they get all their little bad guys to come and fight me and not just follow around over there. Yeah, here we go. Come get some. Oh, those little bumpers are working a charm as well. Changed to fork control. Yeah, I should have. I was still in door control. Right. How are we getting on? Fatui. How's Fatui doing? Sorry, Big Tony. He's fine. No real signs of distress. He's just having a nice latte and maybe a croissant in the Fort Cafe. That's what I like to imagine anyway. You know, he's not worried about anything. There's plenty of pure chaos there. Yeah, crazy chaos. This is awesome though. Look how much. Just constant fire, constant barrage from these missile launchers. Not sort of. Yeah, these. No, not really making a. Okay, so the door is closed. That is good news. The door is finally closed. We're not really making a scratch. Oh, that was a cool little effect. Just a little block that flew out and exploded mid-air, like a blocky firework display. That was fun. Yeah, but like I said, that's not. Maybe 3 million was a bit too much. And I realise this is still only like 2.5, 2.7, whatever million block bucks. But in retrospect, maybe it needs to be a bit tighter because this isn't even close. You know? Anyway. So there we have it. Pol Rock has it. They've defeated the Fortress Challenge. Excellent work, Pol Rock. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. Excellent work. Now, we're going to load into GKJ. Oops, see. Let's try again. Fortress Challenge. Yes. So GKJ's, this is crazy. This is a monster. And I'm not entirely sure it strictly conforms to the rules. But it's a beauty of a thing anyway. So let's load this in and see what happens, shall we? So GKJ is one of our they've been playing TerraTech for years, and they're one of our most creative builders. They make, well, you can see. So let's go into photo mode and we can see exactly what this thing is and what it's doing. Look at that. Would you say this is a fort? Probably, yeah. Technically, it conforms to being a fort. It's got walls, it's got fortifications, and then it's got just a load of weapons that fire death from above. I'm going to go into options, and I'm going to get you to power up instantly. So what I can now do is drive my Big Tony onto the... It was a tight fit, but we'll let that go. Are you going to... Okay, cool, right. So let's get you snuggled in here nicely. I wonder if this is a multi-tag. I wonder if this has got a door that closes. Right, so Fatui is in. I don't think it does. I'm going to hit X anyway, just to be safe. Okay, no. No door that closes. The thing is, so I can see the vibe with this one is it's just going to rain fire from above. So all these enemies are going to come clustering in, and it's just going to rain. Because these are all rapid fire cannons and rapid fire weapons that generally have got quite a high level of DPS once they are able to lock on, which they are locking on. Well, they'll be able to lock on easily because they are directly above the target. It looks like a death tree. That's a good name for it. I don't think it has a name. Although GKJ has called it Cyberpunk Trees and Birds. How much does this cost? It's a modest 2.4. And it's called, okay, it's in Chinese. I don't know what that says. I hope that doesn't say any bad words. Right, let me do this. Let me go. Beautiful. And then I'm going to set all these guys to... Okay, it's already... My Tesla cores are already doing damage. That's not ideal. I'm going as quickly as I can. And I'm going to do that. Oh, right. Right. Granted, there was already... I will grant you there was already some damage done by my Tesla coils. I apologise to anybody that was offended by a preemptive Tesla coil situation. Hey there, question. What's up with the console update? Is it being bug tested for release or has something else happened? Nazers, I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean, is there an update coming, or are you referring to a previous update? Because we released a console update a couple of weeks ago. By the way, this is a question on YouTube by Mazers on YouTube. Okay, yeah, so as to nobody's surprise, it's absolutely clearing up. We may have a new course record. Yeah, look at it, just the simplicity, but also the sheer audacity of this thing is what I love. You know, it's just raining fire. It's actually quite fun. All I'm doing is hitting spacebar. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just sat here hitting spacebar and letting this thing just blow anything that comes near it to smithereens. I don't think Fatui's really had much of a trouble. Sorry, Big Tony's had much of a problem. No, yeah, you can see. Big Tony is fine. Those Tesla coils did some work. Offense is the best defense. That's a very good point. Cool. Well, GKJ, you've done it again. You've wowed everybody. What time are we on? Okay, we've got time for a couple more. How many more is there? There's enough. There's enough. There's plenty left to get through. Okay, there's loads. Yeah, there's literally like... This may go on for a few more weeks after this week, kids, everybody. Let's see. So it's Jodo. Nice. So let's... here is my fortress. It's a small one, but because of small size, it's a really nice cozy house for Big Tony. Nice. Right, let's just see. Is this the snapshot? So next up is Jodo. Let's reload this. Is a mobile fort allowed? I don't know. No, I think it has to be static. No. We did have a mobile fort, I think, the first time we did this. But maybe I made it stand still while it did the challenge. Yeah, it wasn't the last show, Shamoni. Okay, cool, right. So, let's load in the next one, which is this thing. So this is by Jodo, and they say, here is my fortress. It's a small one, but because of its small size, it will be a nice cozy house for Big Tony. Well, let's see, shall we? There's some melee grinders, some saws. Would be good if Tony could get up the ramp, I'll be honest. This might be the first hurdle that we have to overcome, literally. But let's see if I can get Big Tony. But okay, so it's got a roof. I think it's the first fort with a roof on it. Okay, yeah. So Big Tony can't go up that way. So let's cheat and just beam him up, which is technically not. You know, if I'm being picky. Okay, Shamoni's saying re-anchor. I'm gonna try and re-anchor it. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, it's been a bit funny. So what should happen is these anchors should these anchors should be further underground, so this ramp can go. I don't think this is an actual ramp. This isn't one of the anchored ramps though, so that's why it's not working. But that's fine. I don't mind just try rotating the fort. Let's just rotate it around a bit. I don't think this is going to work. It's fine. I don't want to waste too much time when I get this ramp open, when I can just do this. They are a bit temperamental, to be fair, in the old fort blocks. But, you know, Big Tony is in. Let's see. Oh, gosh, I can't see where I am. Oh, that's terrifying. Right, let's get you nice and safe in here. Well done, Big Tony. And then we're going to switch to the fort. I'm going to do my cheat code magic. So, oops, oops. And I'm going to set everybody to enemies. Oops, let's do it this way. Oops. Nice. That felt quick. That felt like a record. Right, and then we're gonna go. Didn't work. We're gonna try again. Yeah. Right. Let's blow stuff up. Right. So what have we got? We've got a bulb. It looks like on the top of just weapons, which are nicely positioned. They get a nice angle, nice range. They can get a nice field line of sight on the encroaching bad guys. I'll be honest, it's not. Hang on, did I set this to? Yes, I did. Cool. This is small. This text size might be its downfall because it's left itself very exposed. They're all getting very close, and there's just a thick wall of enemies that we've got to fight through. We've lost the anchor. Oh no, hang on. Do I need to re-anchor? Oh no. Yeah, anchors are gone. Yeah, they've somehow got underneath. Hope Big Tony's okay. This is tense, everybody. It's not affecting the tech too much. It's just technically not a fort anymore, but that's fine. Protect your anchors at all times, everybody. Top tip. Protect your anchors and protect your cabs. Come here, come fight me. You know, these little mortars in. That's really nice. And then we spin around. Yeah. Okay, so this is quite nice. This cleared them up quite nicely. You should put some small guns on the bottom. WikiWux, this wasn't my tip. Whoever built this? Who was this? This was Jodo built this one. Yeah, it needs. I mean, the firepower is sufficient. Look at all this little. What would you call this? Turret? Yeah, I suppose it's a turret. Of strategically placed missile launchers, doing a lot of work. I think that's fine. I think that's sufficient. I feel like Jodo has sufficiently done the challenge. Well done, Jodo. What time have we got? Have we got time for one more? Yes, let's squeeze one more in. Let's do one more. So next up, Sharmoni, you were next, but you deleted your submission. So next we're going to do Warbrand. Let's load this in. Oops. I'm going to load this challenge. Wait, does PC not have a world limit? What happened to my fort? Shamani, it looks like your submission was deleted. Error in tech. Do you still need me to load it in, or Wiki Quaz, does PC not have a world limit? So the PC or Steam version doesn't have a world limit in the way that the console or Xbox or PlayStation or Switch version does. There's a very long-winded explanation for this, but basically it just means that Steam doesn't have the same kind of restrictions on what you can and can't put in your game than the other developers do. So we get a little bit more free reign. So the beauty of PC game, or one of the benefits of PC games, is there's a whole range of PCs that exist that range in different sort of capabilities. So you have very small, very sort of like notebook kind of low power, low performance kind of bit of hardware, to the really high end kind of gaming streaming PCs like we're playing on right now. And that means that in order for Steam can't really police or advocate for what goes into your game. It's sort of cater for all those different types of performance things. Whereas console, they know exactly what goes into their game. They know exactly what goes into their console. So they know exactly what their hardware is. They know exactly what their architecture is. They know exactly what their performance capabilities are. So that means that we have to, in order to publish TerraTech on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, we have to adhere to their, it's called a certification process, or we have to adhere to their certification criteria. And one of those things is performance. And if your game doesn't perform very well, you can't publish your game on their platform. That means that we've had to employ some sort of measures to help to make sure that the TerraTech performs okay on those platforms, and the world capacity is one of those things. So we understand and we appreciate that it's not exactly on kind of parity. It's not on the same sort of level as, they're not exactly the same kind of version as the Steam version. But if it meant that we had these restrictions in place and were able to publish a game versus having to not publish a game or not being able to publish a game at all, I think we'd rather have people play it. Oh, yeah, rather have people on Xbox and PlayStation playing it. I hope that makes sense. Right, so this is okay, cool. Your Steam link is still good. Nobody, as far as I'm not on Xbox, has the update. I will need to look into that. That fills me with dread. I will look into that as soon as I finished. Okay, right, I have 3 minutes and I have to go. I have a hard stop, so let's get this done in 3 minutes. Right, so is Fatui in? Let's have a look. Charmaine, I'm probably not going to have time to show yours off this week, I'm afraid. I do apologise. I thought you deleted your submission. But don't worry, we'll do it next week. Don't worry. So let's get Fatui on his platform. I'm going to switch to the thing. I'm going to go this. I'm going to go... I'm going to set everybody... Oopsie. And we're going to go this. Right, so let's just get these loaded up quickly. Okay, so all NPC says they got the update on. I'd hope. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, so there's two different conversations. Nazes is talking to us on YouTube, and an alt NPC is talking to us on Twitch, answering Nazes' question on YouTube. And then WikiWaz has got in and come and said, what update? So we released an update a couple of weeks ago. That had some features, and Naze is saying that they didn't get that update. So I'm trying to get some clarification if the update went live or not. But they, or alt NPC is saying that they did have the update. Oh, this is slow. This is very slow. Am I in the right thing? Is it a multi-tech? It is a multi-tech. Okay, so there's some drones. We have deployed the drones, which are gonna charge me. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Okay, so whose tech is this? This is Warbrand. Warbrand. So let's just take a quick look while we can around Warbrand. So there's different compartments. I like this. These were housing the little drones. Excuse me, that were flying around. Are there any more? So there's no more explosive bolts. Okay, cool. There's some turrets on top. Yeah, get rid of that. Don't need that. What about this guy over here? Can we shoot this guy over here? This thing needs more firepower. This thing needs to be able to blow things up quicker. This is taking too long. Compared to Death Tree, this is really slow. You are absolutely right, Seesaw. But you know, sometimes it's not. It's just annoying because I do need to leave it right now. I need to leave right now. and I can't until we finish this. Maybe we say it cleared it. Can we do that, or is that not allowed? Or maybe we come back to it. Fort missile not firing. Yeah, it feels like there's not enough firepower. But look, these missiles on top aren't doing anything. Maybe they are. They're just sort of firing into the ground. Run it again next week. I think we should run it again next week. Charboni says we should run it again next week, so I'm going to run it again next week. Lovely. Caesar says I would say it passed, not cleared. Yeah, we need to give it a proper run. I didn't give myself enough time. I thought we could clear that in quicker time, but we couldn't. Lovely stuff. Right, thanks ever so much to everyone for stopping by. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. I do love these fortress challenges. This is like ideal for me because little to no input. I just hit spacebar and stuff happens, which I appreciate. Righty ho. So we'll leave it there, shall we? Thanks ever so much to everyone for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the new map stuff that we've got coming. Keep your eyes peeled for that when we release that in the next Unstable. We need to know what you think. We need to know if there's any issues with it. We need to know if you want us to develop it any more. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we have a Discord server for that. A Discord channel for that. So go check that out. And in the meantime, I'm going to leave you there. Have a great week, everyone. Next week, next week, we'll see next week. It's in the air what we're going to do next week. Because we have some things planned. But they may or may not happen. I don't mean to be too elusive, but it's for a good reason, trust me. So yeah, tune in next week for probably more some more Fortress Challenge, but there may also be something really cool for me to show off next week. We will see. Alright guys, and girls, and everyone in between, have a lovely week. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.